If I invest my life savings in NVIDIA following this announcement, please do not hold me accountable. It appears that NVIDIA is mortal after all. Despite the fact that I reported a successful quarter last night, the company was unable to deliver its key product at a pace that would have enabled it to achieve what it has done in the past: exceed earnings expectations and increase its forecast to unfathomable levels. NVIDIA did not establish the trading landscape of today due to its failure to impress in the manner that numerous money managers had anticipated. However, the average did not appear to be affected by this, as it rose 244 points, while the S&P remained relatively unchanged and the Nasdaq experienced a mere 23% decline. What is my response to this? Nothing more than goodness gracious. The albatross of perfection has been removed, and the millstone has been shattered with the results of this quarter. I am delighted that we can finally return to a market where there are numerous significant stocks representing numerous important trends, rather than a single stock that has captivated the attention of legions of investors, many of whom are unaware of its capabilities or its position in the technological food chain. As much as I have a fondness for NVIDIA, I maintain my stance that it is advisable to own NVIDIA stock rather than trading it. Ultimately, I'd have spent days informing you that the buy-side expectations were excessively high and that the stock had risen significantly prior to the quarter. I informed you that the company's ability to rally was highly improbable, if not entirely impossible, as it required a gargantuan beat and an increase in guidance. However, I never wavered in my conviction that the company's value was the most important. In conclusion, NVIDIA is not a concept. It is not a cult. It is not capable of performing miracles. It is a company that specializes in the development of extremely fast chips that facilitate rapid calculations, thereby enhancing productivity and facilitating the resolution of issues for businesses. It is impossible to request that NVIDIA's Blackwell chip cure cancer. It is incapable of accomplishing that. It will not transport them to Mars. It is undoubtedly incapable of achieving global peace. However, the market was essentially requesting that CEO Jensen Huang accomplish all of these and more when one examines the stock's recent trading behavior. Rather, it appears that it has the potential to increase customer gross margins, a significant development but not earth-shattering, particularly given that the enterprise is the client, not you. It will be invisible to you. I am optimistic that those who wagered on the stock, as opposed to invested, will finally move on now that this quarter has passed. Please refrain from specifying the exact box with AMD for placement. We return to a world in which we endeavor to treat NVIDIA as any other company. Given its growth rate, it is necessary to assign a reasonable price-to-earnings multiple, P/E multiple, to it. According to Wall Street analysts, NVIDIA has the potential to generate $5 per share in 2026. I believe that this is a reasonable time frame for assessing a significant growth stock. It is necessary to determine the value of the item in relation to the dollar amount. NVIDIA warrants a premium over the benchmark S&P 500 due to its rapid growth rate, which exceeds that of the average company. Is that correct? Are you in agreement with me? That is currently being sold for approximately 24 times the amount of this year's figures. The discount is slightly higher due to the fact that we are utilizing NVIDIA's 2026 estimates. Therefore, let us assume that the future earnings per share are equal to 24 times $5. What does that provide you with? $120. It is priced just a few dollars higher than its current value. That trades similarly to the average stock. I can now confidently contend that NVIDIA is entitled to trade at a premium to the average stock. The S&P is a superior company that experiences greater growth than the average stock. Therefore, it is appropriate to assign it a P/E multiple that is twice that of the S&P. This would result in a price of $240. Once more, whoa, it is not your typical organization. Although this appears to be an exorbitant valuation, we can divide the difference and assert that it is worth trading at 36 times the 2026 estimate. This results in a price of $180, which is more than $60 higher than its current trading price. But it is a reasonable estimate. I am completing this entire exercise out of boredom. as I am optimistic that NVIDIA will become merely another company, possibly even one that is uninteresting after this quarter. One that is appraised according to earnings rather than intangibles. This is the manner in which we assess the value of a typical high-quality growth stock, which it is. I have just provided you with the process by which a stock is traded. Jensen Huang's intelligence is irrelevant. I refer to him as Da Vinci. However, this is of no consequence. He is the CEO of a publicly traded company, not an artist, alchemist, or magician. Now, I am delighted that NVIDIA has introduced a new group of enthusiasts to the stock market. However, I am disheartened that a significant number of these individuals are more inclined to gamble than to invest. They were only able to participate because the valuations increased from $500 billion to $3 trillion within a period of 18 months. Consequently, they were in dire need of that progression to persist. They were unrealistic, and I suspect that they are still unrealistic, as they place bets on sports or games of chance. DraftKings, we are approaching. What is the matter? Thomas Paine once stated, "They were always sunshine soldiers. They were always summer patriots and soldiers." Unfortunately, I am disappointed. I am disheartened by these individuals, as I desire them to remain. However, their actions suggest that they are departing summer soldiers. However, I believe that this circumstance presents an opportunity for something extraordinary. I intend to transform it into lemonade, as we previously discussed. We will discuss it further in the program. Let us transform the lemons into lemonade. It is now possible to concentrate on the exceptional companies that were overlooked during the NVIDIA shakeup. For instance, AMD is a company that manufactures chips, including those for artificial intelligence. Although they are not as advantageous for artificial intelligence as NVIDIA's, they are still roughly comparable. Additionally, AMD produces chips for traditional computing and servers that compete with a weakened Intel. In comparison to the other stocks in the S&P, AMD's stock is actually quite inexpensive based on its 2026 earnings estimate. Oh, and by the way, AMD is actually benefiting from the situation with NVIDIA, rather than the other way around. They are a competitor, for goodness sakes. Consider a company such as Apple, which is poised to release a new phone that will provide consumers with the most advanced artificial intelligence technology. The stock has historically been expensive. However, Apple did not have a service revenue stream that was both predictable and sticky, which would have generated a new level of stable earnings. Additionally, ChatGPT, which has incurred billions of dollars in development costs for OpenAI and Microsoft, will be implemented by Apple. However, these individuals are receiving it at no cost due to Apple's substantial and highly esteemed installed base. Hello, what about Amazon? Is the stock down 29% from its peak? What is the value of 29 points? What is the percentage of 29? Despite the fact that a series of major retailers, including Walmart, Target, and Best Buy, have recently reported surprisingly strong numbers, the consumer is clearly satisfied as long as they are provided with good value. Amazon is known for providing this. Additionally, they possess the most advanced technology for utilizing AI to identify your purchasing patterns and consolidate your orders for same-day delivery. This capability is exclusive to Costco and Walmart, and they are the only entities that could potentially surpass them in terms of price, but not in terms of delivery. Perhaps Walmart Plus and delivery services from a company such as Salesforce. What about this? According to their report last night, Salesforce, they possess the ability to employ generative AI to develop intelligent agents that can respond to inquiries from pedestrians. The significance of pedestrian inquiries is that they account for approximately 90% of the inquiries that customer service representatives must address. The new AI initiative, Agent Force, will enable a substantial increase in gross margins due to the fact that bots are significantly less expensive than humans. In 3 weeks, we will acquire additional information at the organization's annual Dreamforce event. Nevertheless, this is the essence of artificial intelligence. It is not barn burner. Barns are not burned by AI. It merely emulates our behavior, which can be quite advantageous if you are conducting a business. The use cases were so compelling that the stock should have been up, not down today. I am unaware of the events that transpired. I considered it to be an error. Therefore, I bid farewell to the NVIDIA watch parties. Let us return to the era in which Jensen Huang was perceived as a brilliant engineer with a black leather jacket and a plethora of remarkable ideas, rather than an otherworldly miracle worker. NVIDIA is not the beacon of optimism for the future of humanity. It is an organization that excels in its field. It is spearheading the AI revolution, which, while it does not cure cancer or the common cold, enables businesses to complete tasks more efficiently and at